my favorite things about Owala is the ability to customize the lid. I can interchange different parts and create an entirely customized bottle. So, I've got my Snow White bottle here because they don't have a Snow White. I also love to make ones for my sports teams. So, the Oakland A's, I know they're not that great right now, but anyway, this is my Oakland A's bottle. And we've got my 49ers bottle, which I love, love, love. Anyway, I don't have a bottle yet for my Portland Trailblazers. So I'm going to create a Portland Trailblazers bottle and show you exactly what I do to try and figure out what parts are going to go together and how to make a entirely custom bottle for yourself. Welcome to my Owala life, where I help you with all the tips and tricks that you need to get the most out of your Owala. Please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel if you want more. So the first thing you need to do in order to create a customized bottle is to figure out what parts are going to go on that bottle. One of my favorite websites to use is called Frankenbottle. So this is the Frankenbottle website, and what you can do is go to Classic, and you're going to select the kind of colors that you want. If you want to narrow it down, you can select just yellow. So for the Trailblazers, we're going to look for red. So we're going to look for a base lid that has a lot of red in it. So I kind of already know which one I want off the top of my head. The one I wanted was not listed here, but one that is very close is also listed here, and that's Freezing Maraschino. So you can kind of see what that's going to look like, and then you can look at the base for a very, very dark base. This is looking good already. So all this is really going to do is help you figure out which bottles have the parts that you need in order to create your ideal bottle. So we are going to just make that one very, very dark. And the handle. So that looks like a pretty good Trailblazers bottle. I am debating whether or not to have this cap be more of a white, but we will see. I've got my bottle parts that I want. Now that I've figured out what exactly I want, we're going to go ahead and close this out. And let's check out the different parts. So I am using the red, white, and boom lid because Freezing Maraschino is somewhat hard to find. This was a little easier to find, but this is going to give me my red and my white base lid and possibly this latch as well. Then I purchased a very, very dark because the black base is going to be perfect for the Trailblazers. And so we've got most of our parts between these two bottles. So we're going to take out some of the blue in this and replace that with black from this lid. And then now that I've got all the parts that I want for the bottle, got to go find some stickers. So my favorite place to get stickers is Redbubble. So you pull up Redbubble and we're going to go like Trailblazers. Perfect. The search is already there. And then we're going to filter just by stickers. So now we've got a bunch of stickers to choose from. We've got Damian Lillard, got the logo. We have some other stuff. So I've gone ahead and purchased all of the stickers that I want. Let's take a look at this Damian Lillard one. I generally like to do the transparent sticker because that'll go on any bottle. If you have just a white bottle, the matte or the glossy would probably work just fine, but my favorite is the transparent, and then you can choose a size. So I love Redbubble. It has a huge selection. They're all really waterproof, and it's the perfect addition to your bottles. All right, now that we have all of our parts, let's go ahead and take the lid parts apart and put it together. Now it's time to take apart the lid. What I like to use is a long, sturdy object. This is actually an envelope opener, so a letter opener. And you put it in this little section in between where the spring and the lid meet. And if you just wedge that in there, you can pop this right out. It's very quick and easy. So we're going to do that again for the red, white, and boom bottle. So again, we're just going to put this right in here and give it a little leverage and pop that right out. The next thing we're going to do is pop out the button. I like to use just a flathead small screwdriver to get the little bit of leverage in there and pop that out. You just kind of press where those little tabs meet the rest of the lid and it'll come right out. So we've got the button out and now we're ready to reassemble the cap. First, I want to do a quick color check on the lid, make sure these are the parts that I want for this lid. And yes, I think that looks good. So we're going to go ahead and use that white latch with the black cap. So the first thing you want to do is put the latch in and notice that one side has a little notch on that. And that's the second side you're going to use. So you're going to take your needle nose pliers and guide this little spring directly into a hole that's right there underneath that area. So we're going to guide this second one into the hole on this side, and then all you have to do is push the cap down and it will snap right into place. So look, the cap is all assembled. So we're going to take this white button from the Booyah lid and we're going to do the same thing with that flathead screwdriver. It came out with the spring, so we're going to take the spring off because there's already a spring on the red, white, and boom lid. And we're going to line up the button with that spring, and then we're just going to push it into place with a little bit of force because you've got to get those tabs right inside there. So you want to line it up really nicely and then push, and it's all back to normal. Next, we're going to move this red, white, and boom lid over to the very dark, but oh, that's right, there is this straw. So let's go ahead and remove the blue straw and we're going to use the black straw from the very, very dark bottle. So we're going to take that straw out and put it in this red, white, and boom lid. And we'll just call this the Trailblazers lid now because it no longer resembles the red, white, and boom bottle. So now that I'm putting this lid on the very, very dark base, you can see that the cap doesn't match up to where it is supposed to line up. There is a slight fix for this, and it is replacing this gasket here in the lid with the lid from the very, very dark bottle. So if I put this gasket back into this red, white, and boom lid, and we're going to make that all smooth. And then we're going to put the red, white, and boom lid back on the very, very dark base. And now you can see that it does line up properly. Now we have reached the part where we can decorate this bottle with all of the stickers that we found from Redbubble. And if I found stickers from other locations, we're going to put all of those stickers on this bottle. Now, this is definitely just preference, wherever you want the stickers to fall on the bottle. I like to just kind of map it out in my head and then get those stickers in those spots where I thought they should go the best. I don't necessarily like the two Damian Lillard Dame Time stickers right next to each other. If I had done it again, I probably wouldn't have put those right next to each other. But with the stickers in place, this bottle is done. So there you have it. Now my Portland Trailblazers bottle can join my 49ers bottle and my Oakland A's bottle. I have one more sports team to create and I'm having a little troubles with it. So I might make a couple shorts about it, but stay tuned for what sports team is left for me to create. Again, if you like this video, please go ahead and like and subscribe to this channel so that you can get more great Owala content.